Hi, this is Chapter 21 of Hotsy Totsy Feminazi. It's titled Mental Illness, and I gotta say I've been watching a lot of historical documentaries lately, and of course I've studied history now for my whole life, and I gotta say that over the centuries and the millennia even, mental illness has pretty much shaped the path of the human race. And this arrival of the feminazi ideas is, well, it's just plain crazy. So here we go, Chapter 21, Mental Illness, and we start out rational. It's an interesting word. What is rational behavior? Before I continue, allow me to ask two simple questions. Question 1. Why do judges hire lawyers to defend themselves? Aren't they the pinnacle of legal knowledge and prudence? If not, if they need legal counsel, why are they judges? An automobile mechanic at the top of his profession doesn't hire a man to fix his own car. Question 2. Why does the United States Supreme Court constantly have decisions based on a 5-4 vote? They're all trained in the same discipline and study the same laws. Are the laws written so poorly as to be so confusingly ambiguous that even the best judges can't figure out the intent of that law? Is their education poor or in conflict with rational reason? Since the ruling is considered to be right, then obviously 44.44% of them are wrong in these circumstances. After all, if the rulings are not right, why would any rational society follow them? Why are 4 out of 5 of our best judges wrong? There are judges in the lower courts who have records of their rulings being overturned sometimes as often as 50%. Doesn't that mean that their rulings are no more valid than a coin toss? Once we see that judge is this undependable, why do we suffer his or her remaining on the throne? Since not all rulings by those judges are appealed, doesn't it stand to reason that if they were, even more than 50% of their rulings would be reversed? The rational observer can easily see that anything having to do with the court is just plain crazy. Now, let's talk about what the crazy court and my ex-wife's feminazi attorney did to me and my family. Stockholm Syndrome, a condition of mental degradation where a hostage feels sympathy or empathy for their captor. My children's rejection of contact with their own loving grandmother to protect their mother from having to face the truth about what she did to their father is an exhibit of them suffering from this. Munchausen syndrome, a psychiatric condition where a person inflicts harm upon a dependent, then depicts himself or herself as a hero for caring for the victim of whom the person has done the harm. My ex-wife exhibited this to me. Stacy told me, "You will die alone, Fred. I'm in this for the long haul. You're gone, and now these kids will think I walk on water." The abuser is the heroine. Parental alienation syndrome, a disorder in which a child, on an ongoing basis, disrespects one parent due to indoctrination by the other parent. In my case, the courts facilitated my ex-wife's ability to effectively complete the brainwashing or intimidation of our children. Having both parents in a child's life prevents this kind of child abuse. Post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, a mental health condition that's triggered by experiencing a traumatizing event. It is recognized now that people who experience extended contact with the irrationality of court can become traumatized to the point that their condition leaves them with PTSD. I suffer from this one. The silent treatment, a passive-aggressive form of emotional abuse that displays contempt for another individual while avoiding confrontation. It does not give the other an opportunity to resolve an issue. This tactic was my ex-wife's forte. She has demanded that this form of abuse be perpetrated on me, my mother, and the rest of my family by all 7 of our children. 15 years, now 16 years, is a long time. The kids have complied. Is this healthy? Is this who they really are? Wow. I have told my family's story to many mental health professionals and to my friends. The consensus from them is that all my children and I need to communicate with each other, with or without professional guidance, to bring normalcy back to our unnatural lives. I agree. Now, that's the end of this chapter. Thank you all for watching all these chapters. You're familiar with me now and my case and what's been done to my children and what my ex-wife has done and what she now has to live with. I'm going to fast forward from this point on and to the present, what some of my present experiences are, and I'll finish the book with my feelings about some of these things. So thanks again. I'm Fred Satilli. Get a copy of Hotsy Totsy Feminazi and read it. You know someone who is the subject of this story.